With the 11th pick in the 2018 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from Hamilton, Canada, and the University of Kentucky.
He did say that his agent told him before he went on stage that he would be going to the Clippers. So what was your reaction to hearing that you'd be heading to the West Coast?
It's a great feeling, honestly. But being able to play in the NBA in itself is a blessing and something that not a lot of kids get to experience. And me being one of them is an amazing feeling.
Well, congratulations, Shai. Enjoy this.
Thank you.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is that dude.
The man is something different.
Get to the hole when he wants, mid-range there, hitting a couple of threes, finishing in the open court, getting and ones. You like Jay, but you ain't Shai.
I'm death. Straight up.
Imagine getting cut from your own high school team, only to become one of the greatest players on the planet. Imagine buying a luxury mansion and then discovering the guy who sold it to you was allegedly running a crypto scam, and suddenly angry investors are showing up at your doorstep. That's just half the wild stuff Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has lived through. Today, we're breaking down things you probably didn't know about SGA, from crazy setbacks to headline-grabbing achievements. Back in 9th grade, SGA didn't make the junior squad at his high school in Ontario. Instead of starring on the top team, the one with scouts watching, he was placed on the lower tier squad. But instead of sulking, he led that team to a city championship, basically turning a no into a whole narrative arc. He stayed focused and turned a bad situation into a good one. Maybe that's where the quiet killer mentality started. Draft day is supposed to be the start of a dream. For Shai, it was like a plot twist. The Charlotte Hornets selected him 11th overall in 2018, and before he even unpacked his bags, he was shipped to the Clippers. But wait, it gets better. The Clippers eventually flipped him to the Oklahoma City Thunder in the blockbuster Paul George trade. Doc Rivers literally begged not to trade him, but Kawhi overruled that. Now looking back, that trade might be one of the biggest heists in recent NBA history. Of course, after the Luka Doncic-Anthony Davis trade. He was basically drafted into one team, traded twice before he finished his starter jacket, and then became the face of a franchise and in the face of the league conversation.
What's the biggest reason OKC won this title?
Well, it's because of that brother right there, who, by the way, I want to applaud for reminding America and the world what you play for. I mean, I know there are people that have tried to get us to forget about that, but you actually play trying to win some championships. It actually does matter. So I applaud him for that. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is something spectacular.
This is where most NBA players would stop their highlight reel. But Shai didn't just win MVP, he won MVP, Finals MVP, and the NBA scoring title all in the same season. That puts him in an elite club with Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, that elite. And to make it even more Canadian, he became the first Canadian ever to win Finals MVP and the second Canadian MVP ever behind Steve Nash. The next one sounds like a meme, but it's real. SGA unknowingly bought a mansion from a guy later identified as the so-called crypto king, Aiden Pletersky, a man accused of running a major crypto scam. Angry investors ended up showing up at his door, so Shai did what any reasonable person would do. He sued the seller and reversed the deal. Good genes don't skip generations. Shai's mom, Charmaine Gilgeous, was an Olympian who competed for Antigua and Barbuda as a 400-meter runner at the 1992 Summer Olympics. That's elite athletic DNA right there. In 2022, SGA was named GQ's most stylish man, walked in Paris Fashion Week, and turned heads in the fashion world without a single stylist. No stylists, no consultants, just him, his outfits, and instincts. He's basically saying, tunnel fit? Yeah, I did it. GQ cover? Yep. Fashion Week? Sure, why not? Shai is more than a Thunder legend. He's a national hero. He led Team Canada to a bronze medal at the FIBA 2023 World Cup, the country's first major international basketball medal since 1936. That's not just big for basketball, that's big period. After leading Oklahoma City to a historic championship season, winning MVP, Finals MVP, and a scoring title, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander signed a $285 million Supermax extension with the Thunder. That number alone is insane, but what it represents is even bigger. First, this deal officially made SGA one of the highest paid players in NBA history. Not Canadian history, not Thunder history, but NBA history. Second, Supermax contracts aren't handed out for potential. They're given to players a franchise is willing to build around for the next decade, no matter the cost. And OKC didn't hesitate. This isn't just a paycheck, it's a franchise cementing moment. And for a guy who was once a 9th grade cut, that's poetic justice. Shai didn't just score points, he rocked them up faster than some all-time legends. He became the fastest Thunder player to hit 10,000 points, beating Kevin Durant's mark. This isn't hype, this is analytics. In the 2025-26 season, Reddit fans pointed out something crazy. SGA had 16 30-point games in just 19 games, a pace that only Michael Jordan achieved in the last 50 seasons. That's insane efficiency and consistency. Which fact shocked you the most? Comment below and let us know what story we should break down next. Sub up if you think SGA is shooting free throws right now.